Hey guys, welcome back. For those who are new, my name is Zaga and this is Casa Tulum. Okay, so super excited. We're 2 weeks from when we came last time and I'm going to show you around, but you can probably see behind me already, we got the glass is in. We're actually at lockup, which is so exciting. This place has just taken a life of its own now that it's starting to come together. So let me take you through, but before we start, look at this. We've got our fridge, we've got our outdoor recliners, they're going upstairs. Let me do a detailed show through because the change since 2 weeks ago is just dramatic. Here we are, I'm in the living area. Behind me is the dining area, and in the kitchen, you can see we have cabinets. It's amazing. Cabinets, we've got the taps, the stove. We'll do a closer view there, but it's now all coming together. So we got most of the joinery now is actually in place, which when you have a look upstairs, it really, especially with the color, it's just transformed the place. But the joinery is probably the easiest to put in, and obviously it's left to last, but let me show you around. Okay, still a lot of work going on in here, but the good thing is that we're progressing, and if you can just have a look on the outside, the gardeners are actually laying soil now for the plants to go up, which is very good. But the one thing I wanted to show you was not just this void that you can see, but we've got, I'm not sure if you can see them, but right up the top there, we've got places for 5 low-hanging lights that we thought would add some amazing aspect to this amazing void. Up there you can see the lights for the chandeliers. It's much better view actually, and you can see the wooden trimming outside that glass to keep some of that sun out, to keep the place a little bit cooler. So we're now looking back in to the living area. We're just close to the kitchen, but you can see the light already, and there's no sun. It's overcast at the moment, so which is pretty crazy. All right, so here we are in the kitchen. You can see we've got the cabinetry in, we've got the taps are in. The stove is still to come, but the fridge over there is coming into that area, and you can see the color, the stain of the brown is actually really nice, and it brings out, it just pops into that concrete. And you know, for months now all we've seen is grey concrete and finally we've got some of this which just kind of transformed. And you see just outside the garden bed got some greenery going in there, so it'll make it look really nice when you're in the kitchen looking out to the pool area. Downlights are super nice, they're all spotties, which is great, and I think it just kind of sets the right mood in this room. One of the things that you don't really talk about when you're doing all of this stuff is the little things. And so you notice they're running lights all the way up. We've got them all the way up to the roof. You don't think about it, but it's important because at night it adds a little bit of mood lighting, but it's also important to see where you're going up. But those little touches I think are quite important when you're building something like this. Okay, just bathroom downstairs. This is pretty much done. The only thing we need to do now here is we've got a drop hanging mirror in front of the basin. It's normally 1 pole, we're going to have 2 poles because obviously we've got tap fittings there. Hopefully it's not going to disturb it too much, but coming along quite well. We've got the bath in with the glass. I'm going to take you inside because this was something of an afterthought and consideration, but you can now see how more spacious it is now that we've knocked down those walls and put this bath in, the skylight and the lights. I'm super happy. Other than the terrace, this is probably the one room that I'm actually very excited about because we did the modifications and it's come out so well. All right, main bedroom. So we've just done a quick view of bath and the glass now and the interior, and you can see the space it's created for the master bedroom. And for me, this was the most important because in the other room, which we'll show you, it's a nice bath, but it doesn't feel like it's a master bedroom. So I think we've done well for that. Mentioned the air conditioning. Unfortunately, these electricals are placed in the wrong place again, so we're gonna have to move them. Once again, I've always say, make sure you reiterate, check, and make sure you get those things done because now not only are they misaligned, the spotlights are misaligned as well. And we're gonna leave them, but when you put the wardrobe in, all of the lights in the room are gonna be misaligned. So when we move one, you actually have to move all of them. And I like the details that the designers have told us about, because I wouldn't have thought of that. I would have just gone, oh, hey, move that light, but also the lights on this side. So it's super, super important you have the right people to kind of give you a bit of guidance about the look and feel of the place. So this has come along. You can see the wooden finishes of the doors now. Love that brown stain. I've said it before, upstairs, that brown just really brings that room together because of the concrete, and we've got it throughout the whole villa, which I think is really, really nice. And just from the master bedroom, looking down into the void, you can see how well that looks. Skyway, gonna have the glass on the side there. We've replaced the wooden panels, and I have a window. It is actually leaking, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to get someone to check that out. But the designers have said that these types of build will get a bit of that, so need to check it out before I hand over. And a much better view of our chandeliers. I asked them if they needed to be reinforced, because I had no idea what's in those roofs, but apparently the lights aren't that heavy. So there we go. They're all in place, ready for the next fittings. Okay, you can see these little black rivets now. These are the brackets for the glass that is going to go up. It is the same that we're using for the roof. We're only going to do the roof, but then when the contractor showed us the video of another property who did, I looked at it and go, oh my God, that is amazing. Let's do that. So we've actually done that. More rain in Bali, unfortunately. So we're not going to go outside today. Might go out there later, but you can see it's all clear now. And you've got that view, the trimming, all the rubbish has been removed. Looks really, really nice. So let's come back and do another picture of that, because unfortunately Bali hasn't turned it on today for us. Quick few pool, it's filled up. We've got some tarpaulin over the top. It's been quite wet here, so we've been trying to just keep a lot of the new final finishes dry. You can see the garden beds have been laid now, getting ready for, we'll have greenery on the far wall there as well. A couple of nice vases on those stairs, and the shower, we're going to do something a little bit special there just to give it a bit of pop. But last time we were here 2 weeks ago, this floor, or this runaround, was not even completed. In actual fact, I couldn't get into the villa because they were laying the concrete at that, and that's now done. So guys, that's it from me. Quick update, we're going away, so I'm not going to get back here until it's actually completed, which would be unfortunate, but a good opportunity to see how much work they've done over the last 2 weeks, and I'm quite excited. I hope you enjoyed this update. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.